YouTube, welcome back to another dope video. I got another big transformation, big chop for you guys in store. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video so that you be sure not to miss this one. To kick this haircut off, I'm going in with my long toothpick, just picking up that hair, just lifting it off of the scalp so that I can go in with my clipper guards and initially get this hair knocked down to one desired length. To kick this next step off, I'm going in with my number 3 guard with the lever completely closed, just knocking that hair down to one desired length, being sure to completely go against the grain in every direction possible just to lay this hair down to the desired length that I'm looking for, and to get an overall clean canvas to set myself up to go in with that fade, knowing that a number 3 guard with against the grain is just the same as a number 1.5 guard with the grain. To kick this fade off, I'm going in with my lever completely closed on my Stylecraft Instinct X clippers, using the end of his eye as a guide or a reference point in this fade. My client does want a medium skin fade, and so with that being said, I'm using his head shape as a reference point also, just in order to keep that fade as low but as medium as possible, just so that I can have my fade set up to give myself room, just in order to keep that gradient look. And so I'm using the occipital bone in the back of his head, just dropping that guideline right below there. And when I come up on the sides towards his temporal area, like I said, I'm using his eye, the end of his eye, as a reference point to keep that fade completely medium and not too high, not too low. Going in with my Babyliss trimmers. These trimmers are not zero gap, so I'm going in right up under that bald guideline with the clipper and just clearing out all of that bulk and getting it as close as possible. And this trimmer right here is able to go right up into that clipper and just clear out that bulk without setting in another line, making this fade harder to keep that transition as smooth as possible. To kick off the next step of this fade, I'm going in with the lever completely open, going up about a full inch, giving myself room to keep this fade as gradient as possible and set myself up for my next step. So many of you guys are not subscribed, but I see you are appreciating this content, and I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to push these videos out to others who may be interested. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, or 1K. I wish you guys well with your career if you are a beginning barber, or if you have been cutting for years, or however long you've been cutting. I wish you well on your journey, and I just would appreciate it. You support me on mine, and by doing so, why not do that by subscribing? It's free. Man, we trying to grow this channel because this channel right here, I want to be able to come on here and get gems from you guys, as well as give you my way, my perspective, how it was given to me, just giving the game from my side. And you can pick up what you want and leave what you don't. But if you have not already subscribed, with doing so, my name is Kel. I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe, like this video up if you like it, and continue this journey with me as we do grow. I promise you guys, I'm gonna keep dropping these bangers. 2025 is my year. This right here, I'm loving this, being able to share my journey as well. And these beats, this production, I love this, being able to make these videos for you guys, and the love you guys show me in the comment sections and the likes and the few subscribers we do got. I promise you guys, I definitely appreciate that. Also here I'm working that lever from open to close. As I go up higher in the fade, I'm opening that lever, and as I go lower in that panel, I'm closing that lever, and I'm just staying in that one panel, that one pocket, just staying in there and playing with the lever as I go lower, closing it up and open it as I go higher. My next step is to go in with that number 1 guard with the lever completely closed, just because I know what I can come in right behind that and clear up this next guideline. So I'm setting myself up to come back in with my next step. Initially, every time I set in a guideline, I'm thinking about what I would do to take it out. And so just with trial and error, I've been doing that and perfecting that over the years in my craft. I've been just paying attention to what works and what don't work for me, what I can do and what I can't do, and what I don't like doing, what's comfortable for me, because as barbers, it's important for us to be comfortable behind our chair to control the client's head. As you can see, I am cutting a kid. I just cut his brother right in the background, and as you can see, these kids are energetic. That's what they're gonna do. We can't get frustrated. We just have to do what we know how to do best, and that is cut the hair. But we're doing that as barbers. It is our job to do the best we can with controlling this haircut so that it comes out exactly how we need it and how the client exactly pictured it or imaged this overall cut in their head, in their mind. We need to bring that to life. And so going in with my number 0.5, actually, the half guard, going in right under that 1 with the lever completely closed here, but I start off halfway just to nudge at that line and just not take it too close right before I go in close, and just seeing what it does. Playing with the lever because everybody's hair is not the same, so I use my lever as safety, and I'll open it up as I need just to be safe and see what it does before I go ahead and close it up as I go lower in the fade. Staying in that one pocket, that same panel as I set with the first guard, I'm gonna come right under there and stay in that same exact panel. Going on, and as you can see, I'm closing the lever, just staying in that same exact spot, just nudging at that line, and initially I want to erase that bottom line. Here I'm going in with that number 2 guard only because I know I knocked it down to a number 3 guard completely closed earlier, and I know exactly what that 1.5 guard would do, and so I'm going to go right in between there with that number 2 guard completely closed, setting myself up to come in right with that number 1.5 or that 1.5 guard right up under that 2 closed, because I know that typically when you're blending into a shorter top or wavelength on top, you want to go in with that number 1.5 right at that parietal ridge or that occipital bone where the fade typically is more darker. You want to stay at that 1.5 range with the guards, but right before that I'm gonna clean it up and debulk with that number 2. And like I said, right up under that 3, I'm gonna come right under there with the 2, and it's just levels to it. If you know exactly what you're doing with your guards, this you could do with no problem. Skipping the 1.5, I'm coming right back in with the 1 guard with the lever completely open, because I know that that 1 guard will go right up into that 1.5 guard simply. And so just skipping the guard, and this comes with time. I'm going in with that 1 guard, playing with the lever. I'm halfway and then I'm completely closed, just seeing what it does, because I know I'm still going to take the top down more. I just want to set that parietal ridge area or that occipital bone area. I just want to set that up because I know those are the more dense or darker areas of the transition of the fade, and if these are not right, the fade is not right. And so I'm going in just lightening up the dark spots. right back under that one guard. I'm going in with that half guard detailing any dark spots with the corners, just because I know I couldn't get it with that one guard. I'm playing it safe. I'm going open with the lever, and I'm just detailing the dark spots and working my way back down.
Hey, they call you Ski Home?
Now I'm going in with the one guard, lever completely open, just knocking it down exactly to that length that I had in mind, and that is wavelength. I start with the clipper open, just seeing what it does, and any darker spots I'll close the lever up as need be, just getting it down to the desired length that I can get it to, because my client did have an afro, so this style was grown out, and I just wanted to hit it with the lever completely closed against the grain first and just get it to a length that I needed and I can see it. And then now I'm going in with that, with the grain number one completely closed in some areas, and getting it down to that length where he can brush it and be able to manageably take care of his hair, if you will. And since that is a one on top, I know that this one guard will go against the grain also, just to detail any dark spots right in between where the top of the hairstyle is and the sides of the actual fade. To kick off this lineup area, I'm going in with my Coco trimmers, just tapping in those vertical bars first, just to set myself reference points, using his eyes and the shape of his forehead, just to set myself up. This is a pushback only because my client does have a very overgrown hairline. Say what you want, call it how you like it. This has to be pushed back. But as you can see, I'm going in the middle, working my way to the outsides, just clearing up any extra overhanging hairs that need to be cleaned up in order to get this line as straight as possible. When doing the C-cups, I start at the bottom and meet to where they are darkest so that I don't push it back as much, but I just want to be able to complete that exact shape that I'm going for. By doing so, I keep it as natural as possible. My client does want to design or part, so I'm going in here, just showing him with the comb and then get his approval, and then we're going in punching those lines in. Using my trimmers, I want to use this design or this part as a highlight to his haircut. I want to be able to enhance his look, and so with doing so, I want to give him a cool part, and I've kind of put my own touch on it, whatever, but you'll see here. Just follow along, and I'll show you guys exactly how I do this. Keeping in mind that designs are two different lines that you have to tap in, so not only do you have to tap it in, but you have to flip the trimmer around and tap it in this way as well, as you can see I'm doing. So here, just defining those lines before I go in with the razor. Here I'm going in with the razor, just trying to be very careful because this is a kid, but I want to get this line as sharp as possible. I'm going in with the edges of the razor, just tapping these lines in, defining them even more. And this is The Cut. YouTube, if you like this, make sure that you leave a like on this video and comment down below what you like or don't like about this haircut. Let me know exactly your feedback, and I promise you I'll get back with you If you are new to my channel, like this video and subscribe to this channel. I will be back with more 2025. We up.